You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Welcome to blackwhitenetwork.com. We're running a sale, guys. 15% off everything in the merch store, including our new Freedom shirt with the bald eagle on the front. And of course, our best-selling shirt is our America 250 Bald Eagle Edition shirt with the America 250 flag on the back. We also have hats, our Patriot 1776 shirt. We have our hoodies, zip-up hoodies, other hats as well, including coffee mugs. Also, memberships are available on the website. $10 a month. When you sign up, you get a 7-day free trial. You can also save money by getting the annual plan. You get member videos, also access to our Friday member stream that we have every single Friday. If you would like to donate to us, you can do it directly on the website. $5, $10, $20, whatever you guys want to give. We do appreciate the support. Well, black and white sports fans, it's that time of year. State track championships. Yes, track meets actually going on, guys, and schools are competing to win state titles. Now, we must talk about a story, folks, because a school won the state title, and then in an instant, it got stripped away. Now, I remember, guys, when I was actually in high school, the governing body, they actually had very, very strict rules, on showboating, taunting, that kind of thing. Well, I believe this meet that we're going to be talking about actually happened in North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, because an athlete actually crosses the finish line. Okay. He knows that his team has won a state title. But before he actually crossed that finish line, folks, he was, I guess you can say, showboating. And guess what? The judges didn't like it. So they disqualified the win. And he's absolutely stunned, folks. He is completely stunned that he cost his school a state championship. Now, when he was actually running, he was actually holding up 5 fingers. I think that was to signify the school's 5th state title. However, they got none. They got 0 votes. This is crazy. And he was like well ahead, too. I mean, he was pretty much doing the Deion Sanders high step to the end zone. Remember that back in the 1990s? Yeah. He was well ahead of the athletes behind him. So, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and dive into it. Here we go. So, over here on Daily Mail, Fury as high school track star is disqualified by strict judge, costing his whole team a state championship. Now, I don't know how you guys are actually going to feel about this, but if one of the judges actually rules, hey, you broke the rules, it is what it is. You don't have to like it at all, but he cost his team a state title. Says here, a North Carolina high school was left heartbroken after a brutal judging decision cost their athletes a state championship. Mallet Creek won the boys 4x400 meter relay to secure the title, only for Nyan Brown, who ran the anchor leg, to be disqualified for celebrating too early. During the meet in Greensboro, Brown cruised down the home straight, well clear of his rivals. Just a few meters from the line, he held up 5 fingers. It signaled his team's 5th championship, but that title was quickly ripped away from Brown and Mallet Creek after an official punished him for unsportsmanlike conduct. If you guys remember, I did a video on a high school that actually was in victory formation. They were kneeling down to actually win a state title. And guess what? It backfired because one of the players was taunting and showboating after the kneel down. Clock's still rolling. He celebrated too early. And guess what? There was a penalty, and then all hell broke loose, and they ended up losing the title. Kind of a similar situation right here. Instead, it goes on, they ended up with 0. Mallard Creek reportedly launched a protest at the event only for the call to be upheld. Yeah, so let's watch this clip right here, guys. Here we go. Look, he's brother here. Doing the 5. And look at this. He's stunned.
William Haas, 3:16.99. Charles Smith, 3:17.32. West Charlotte, 3:19.40.
Yeah. Kind of hard to hear what they were saying right there, but he knows that he lost the title. He got stripped. He was showboating. Say what you want, man, but the call got upheld. Would I have actually stripped him of a title for that? Probably not. Probably not. But these teams, man, they know the rules. They know the rules. And if a judge sees you doing that, hey, it is what it is. I mean, it is. But this is what the athletic director of Mallard Creek had to say. His name is Brian Bailey. He says, Nyan is devastated. He's very upset, as are we. With the state championship on the line, they decided to make that call and disqualify him. And if you go back and look at the other photos and videos throughout the week, you can see multiple instances of kids celebrating way, way harder while coming across the line than what I think our young man did. If you're going to make that call, make it all week long and not on the last event, on the last day of a state meet. In a statement to the Charlotte Observer, NCHSAA Commissioner Kay Tucker, that's the way you pronounce it, I don't know, stood by the call, despite the outcry. Quote, judgment decisions made by meet officials are done with the full knowledge of NFHS, that's the National Federation of State High School Association, track and field rules, as well as rules and expectations of the NCHSAA relative to unsporting behavior and actions. We recognize there's a deep disappointment experienced by the student athletes, coaches, and the school community involved. Brown, who has reportedly signed a track scholarship for NC State, had earlier set a state record in the 300-meter hurdles. It is claimed that he received a warning for celebrating following that race, and that the teams were warned not to taunt their rivals ahead of the 4x400-meter hurdles. Okay, I didn't know that. So he was warned already doing the 300-meter hurdles, hey, don't do that. So he does it anyway on the 4x400. Wow. So I didn't know that. So he was given an opportunity because everybody was warned, don't do that. But he did it anyway. So this has now completely backfired on him, guys. So knowing that now, man, that kind of changes it for me a little bit there. He knew that he could be disqualified for doing that because he was warned before in the previous event. All the schools are warned. But he did it anyway. Wow. Unreal. Gonna leave right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.